Well, ladies and gentlemen, the wildfires in California may be the most expensive disaster in American history. The damage that has been done is, in the billions easily. There's no question. I think at this point they say that 100 lives have been lost, thereabouts. I could be wrong about that, but there are so many different reports on this, and it's just absolutely staggering. And the thing that shouldn't shock me, but it still kind of does, is the sheer unmitigated corruption of the Democrats in California. I know that we sort of joke about it and it's like a haha funny meme, but there's nothing funny about this. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, the Democrats in California have been trying to generate money for the people that lost their home, right? And you think, okay, well, that's great. That's fantastic. Except for Gavin Newsom and the Democrat governor, his aides, people within the Democrat establishment have been putting these fundraiser links and they link to ActBlue. Now, if you don't know what ActBlue is, it is basically like WinRed. It is the Democrat apparatus fundraising machine. So here's the thing. They do give some of the money to charity, there's no doubt. But every donation that you give to these people in California through ActBlue, they take a 4% cut. So that means that basically, by donating to these people, you are giving money to the very Democrats that caused this in the first place, and they are absolutely culpable. These people, all of them, should be in jail, if not worse. Do you understand? When we go through some of the videos that we have to watch today, I think you're going to understand that the people that say DEI doesn't kill people, that it doesn't really do any real world harm, that it's just about progress, you will find out immediately that that is just not true. That is simply not true. And the level of corruption and negligence and incompetence and all this other stuff, it is disgusting to watch. I am embarrassed watching these people. And the way that they just don't have a clue and don't take any responsibility. But here's where it breaks down for me. These people have been elected into office multiple times, over and over, by these very people. And my question to you is how? How could you vote in these people? It's like, yeah, they're terrible. They're awful. They're obviously corrupt. Why wasn't there a massive surge of enthusiastic support against these people to get them out of office? Why is it that in the whole of California, you can't find competent leadership? And I know that people will say, oh, the brain dead, brain rotted left. How can these people be this stupid? And the thing that blows my mind is a lot of these people are successful. A lot of these people, in California, they're living in these very lavish, very expensive mansions, with cars and a lot of stuff to protect. How on earth could they allow things to get to this point? You would think that Hollywood, which is filled with the most sophisticated, the best, the brightest, the people who are just better than everyone else, that they would have the pinnacle utopian city in the pinnacle utopian state, which is California. And yet it's a failure on every metric, and it makes everything worse. It makes everything worse. These Democrats, these leftists, they make everything worse. Everything they touch is a pollution. It is a toxic, miasmic filth. There's a greasy film around everything that they do and everything that they are. And I don't know why people take it. I really don't. We're not allowed to say this, anymore because it's, politically incorrect. But it's like back in the day, Like, we're talking like hundreds of years ago. When your leaders were like this, the French, look at French history. If you have leaders that were this incompetent, this corrupt, this absolutely, completely lacking care about the citizenry and what they were going to, they wouldn't be long for this war. They'd be headed to the guillotine. It's like, but for some reason, this level of incompetence is accepted. It's tolerated. I'm not even saying that you should bring out Gavin Newsom and his quaff here to the guillotine. I'm saying at the bare minimum, like accountability of some kind, like maybe an admission that, hey, can we at least get an admission that maybe we didn't do a good job? Is there a way that, maybe the guillotine is a bit much, but a statement, a public statement of apology, like, this is our failure, we need to do better, we're so sorry, we're going to work to improve, like something tangible, like a plan, like we're going to undo some of the DEI leftist policies, we're going to undo all of it, we're going to unravel it, we're going to get rid of it, and then actually do it. Like, Gavin Newsom could have come at this like he was actually trying to have a political career. Instead, he just, did his hair up with all the gel that was left in California. And then just basically just was like, well, I don't know. It's like, if the governor doesn't know, and the mayor doesn't know, the mayor, by the way, in LA was in Ghana. In celebrating some feminist, LGBTQ bullshit. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to watch part of this video from Tim Pool. Don't worry, we're not going to watch the whole thing. But just so that you understand what we're talking about here, I don't just want to say that Democrats were funneling money through their PACs. I actually have evidence to back it up.
Now, why would they do that? Well, as many people are suggesting, Democrats are attempting to campaign off the disaster, to skim money off the top and build a network so they can fundraise off of you later and trick you into going to their political candidates' campaign websites. In one story reported by Fox News, Gavin Newsom defends fire response with fact-check site linking to Democrat Party fundraising platform. A website intended to combat misinformation about the fires encourages users to donate to those affected through Democratic fundraising giant ActBlue. From the New York Post, Gavin Newsom sparks outrage for soliciting donations to LA wildfire victims via his super PAC. And then we have this tweet from Elizabeth Warren. To help support the communities around LA being devastated by wildfires, can you split a donation between the LA Fire Department Foundation and United Way of Greater Los Angeles? What does it say underneath? Well, according to community notes, this is not a link to a charity. It's a link to a Democrat fundraising platform. They take 3.95% of all transactions. So what is actually going on here? Democrats are asking...
That's pretty despicable. That is pretty despicable, considering the fact that they are responsible for this. And so I'll let Tim describe what ActBlue is, because I'm sure that some people don't know what it is, but let's listen.
Listen, deceptive, but it's just a clever way to build a network, a database, make money, and fund your operation. Maybe a little smarmy, but let's deep dive into what is going on right now, and then we'll get into the media stuff. From our good friends over at Wikipedia, they say ActBlue is an American Democratic Political Action Committee and fundraising platform founded in 2004. ActBlue is a major part of the Democratic Party's fundraising infrastructure. It's focused on mobilizing small dollar donors, and as of June 2024, had raised $13.7 billion for Democratic candidates and causes since it was established. ActBlue is organized as a PAC, but it serves as a conduit for processing individual contributions made to the platform. Under federal law, these contributions are made by individuals and are not considered political action committee donations. Okay, so right now, what's the controversy? I mean, Gavin Newsom is fundraising for firefighters. I'm sure you're asking, what's the big deal there? Well, let me break it down for you from the New York Post. In a story titled, Gavin Newsom sparks outrage for soliciting donations to LA wildfire victims via his super PAC. It reads, California Governor Gavin Newsom sparked fierce outrage Sunday for soliciting donations to victims of the deadly Los Angeles wildfires via his super PAC, which pushed users to add their personal information to a Democratic fundraising site. Newsom, 57, posted a link on X to CaliforniaFireFacts.com, a website set up by his campaign committee in response to what he claimed was misinformation on the wildfires. But the site urges users to give money to the California Fire Foundation and links them to a module for ActBlue, the Democratic Party's fundraising platform. The ActBlue donation box says the money is being raised by Campaign for Democracy, Newsom's super PAC. Quote, your donation will go directly towards supporting firefighters and the communities they serve, including direct financial support to impacted residents, the site says. The California Fire Foundation, which helps firefighters, their families, and victims, allows users to donate directly without relying on a service like ActBlue to make those transactions. Users who donate via Newsom's fundraising appeal are also automatically signing up for text messages from his super PAC if they provide their phone numbers.
Disgusting.
Well, let's take a look at his website, CaliforniaFireFacts.com. As you can see here, it says California Fire Facts. It's, to be honest, a rather poorly designed website.
True.
And it talks about the lies and the facts and everything that they're doing to help make everything better. They're saying that many people on the right are pushing lies about what's actually going on during the fire, and that actually they're doing the best they can. Up top, you'll see a link that says Donate to California Fire Foundation. When you click it, you are brought to the Campaign for Democracy.
Oh, my God.
Well, hold on a minute. I thought we were donating to the California Fire Foundation, not Campaign for Democracy. What is this? It says, your donation will go directly towards supporting firefighters and the communities they serve, including direct financial support to impacted residents. You can then give any amount of money you want with some presets. Want to make it monthly? Count me in. Have an ActBlue account? Sign in. Okay. Well, down below, it says, charitable donations made through this form are received and processed by ActBlue Charities, a 501c3 tax-exempt organization formed to democratize charitable giving, and are subject to ActBlue's terms of service. We subsequently give your contribution to the organization or cause that you've selected on the contribution form within 30 days. Well, that's strange. And as we already saw from that other tweet, from that community note, ActBlue takes 3.95%.
Yeah, 4%.
So what's the controversy? If you go to the California Fire Foundation's website, you can donate to them directly. You don't need to give 3.
Yeah, Democrats are attempting to skim money off the top for a problem that they caused. And they did cause this problem. Make no mistake, they are responsible for this. Their policies put these firefighters in this position. They didn't even have enough water to deal with this. Because, well, I mean, if you paid attention to this, you may have heard Donald Trump speak about it. But apparently they were trying to protect a fish called a smelt, which, I mean, it's insane. But it's just more regulation. It's more authoritarian. You know, we're going to control the water and stuff, not give enough to farmers. You know, just be the evil bastards that the Democrats are. And so what I want to do is I want to go over this right here, because this is another major problem. This is a Los Angeles fire chief. You know, one of them, I don't know if, I think they're the assistant fire chief, but, you know, they're in the upper echelons of the fire department. This freak, and is this a guy? I don't know. I think this is a guy. I don't know. But this disgusting freak, this abomination, should be in prison for the rest of its life. This person is about to say something so absolutely ridiculous. And keep in mind, this person makes nearly $400,000 a year. Just take a listen.
You want to see somebody that responds to your house, your emergency, whether it's a medical call or a fire call, that looks like you. It gives that person a little bit more ease, knowing that somebody might understand their situation better.
These people are evil. And these people, these freaks, these disgusting, gross, mentally retarded man-children, these people are evil. They are the personification of evil. It's not that this person doesn't understand. Like, oh, they're just well-intentioned. No, this person is evil. Everything about them, their disgusting lifestyle, the way they present themselves, the way they talk, the language that is just pure bile spewing out of their mouth that they try to sugarcoat. The reality is that this person, what they're saying is, if you're in an emergency situation, it's really important that you see somebody like you, because you may be as racist as this freak here. And the answer to that is no. You know, if you're LGBTQ and your house is burning down, whether the firefighter takes a dick up the ass just like you do means absolutely nothing. Are they a strong, competent, capable person that's able and willing to fight the fire to save your life and your possessions and your castle? If they are, then great. But these freaks, these disgusting abominations of humanity, want to frame everything like, well, it'll make you feel better if you're having a heart attack and the EMT comes and they look like you. It's the least of your concerns. You don't give a shit unless you are a mouthpiece for a cult. And that's exactly what these people are. Now, if you watch my channel, I don't hold anything back. I am unapologetic. I know a lot of people say that, but I actually am. And the reason is because of how offended I am at what these people do and who they are and everything that they represent. Because there is no merit or value in anything that these people are representing. Not only do they do the worst job imaginable, but on top of that, then they bring in racism and sexism on top of it. And I think that they very well know what they're doing. People are dead because these people were put in positions of authority. People's livelihoods and their house, their childhood homes are gone because people like this were put in positions of authority. This person should be publicly tried. They should either be put in jail for the rest of their life, or I don't know what you do. Because people are dead as a result of this person and people like them. They're dead. Democrat policies have brought this on. DEI has brought this on. And there's no ambiguity about that. It's not like it's a surprise or a secret. Donald Trump has talked about this for years.
Knowing that somebody might understand their situation better. Is she strong enough to do this? Or you couldn't carry my husband out of a fire, which my response is, he got himself in the wrong place if I have to carry him out of a fire.
Evil. Evil. This disgusting freak is evil. What if somebody is overcome by smoke inhalation? What if somebody has a heart attack as, the stress of the fire is overwhelming, and so they're older, so they have a heart attack. If you want to know why I treat these people the way that I do, why I use the terms the way that I do, is because these people have been coddled by society into thinking that they're good, decent people, and they're just not. And I have to counterbalance an entire system that pampers these people's ass every day. Every day, telling this person that they're stunning, they're beautiful, they're amazing. When in reality, this is a demon. This is a disgusting, depraved, ignorant, selfish, degenerate person that is willing to come out there and say, it's not my job as a firefighter to save the life of somebody that you may care about because they shouldn't have been there in the first place. How this freak has a job still, it blows my mind. These people should be frog marched out of their office. They should be imprisoned for the rest of their life. Everything that they stand for and believe in should be crushed out of our society, root and stem. There should be investigations from the federal government. I think that it should be one of the biggest scandals in American history that DEI killed these people and cost this amount of money, that Democrats did this. I think that this should be the front page story for the next year and a half.
In the wrong place if I have to carry him out of a fire.
And then it closes out with only about 5% of working firefighters are women. You just made a great case for there being more. What did I just hear?
Yeah, exactly. I'm just, I'm embarrassed. I'm mortified. It's just, people are dead. People have lost their homes. They've lost their livelihoods, their businesses. They've been brought to ruin. And these freaks are just, I mean, I don't even have language strong enough that I can use to express my disgust at these people. I just don't. How, it's hard for me to even put it into words. These people took jobs as firefighters, as, elected representatives, and they put their own bottom line and their own agendas and their own politics first. And by the way, the video that I showed you is one of many. One of many. Talking about this and saying that DEI is important. That DEI is the most important thing in this entire equation. Multiple videos of these people revealing who and what they are. And then they want to talk about budget cuts. You're in California. Wildfires are a thing. Why would you cut the budget? You have enough money to pay for illegals invading into your country, being a sanctuary state. You have enough money for garbage, paying for needles for people. You have enough money to pay an exorbitant salary to get people to clean up shit off the street. And if you think I'm joking, no. There are poop patrols in San Francisco. You have money to basically affirm all of the most evil and depraved policies and ideas of Democrats and leftists in California, but you don't have enough money to put into water, into infrastructure, into preventing this from happening. You are so obsessed with, we can't rake the forest, we can't, we can't manage the it's like everything that these people have done has made it worse. And they've actively done it thinking that they were so superior. And now this comes to fruition, and it's just heartbreaking to watch. It really is. And you see these videos of these freaks, these disgusting bottom feeders, it's just oozing their way into these positions, and they should not be allowed to get away with it. They should be in prison at the bare minimum. At the bare minimum. Because I realize that it's very unlikely that, that these people are going to be held accountable. I'm aware of that. But at the bare minimum, can you apologize? Can you give us, the absolute least and admit you were wrong? And admit that your policies and what you were advocating is responsible for this? Can we get some accountability? I think that's the bare minimum. Just a little accountability. But it's so far beyond these people, it makes me sick. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for today's video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.